Oh, this kitchen. It's okay. Well, hello. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Danny Rearranged YouTube channel. Welcome if you are new. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I am so excited for this spring deep cleaning series because this series is in collaboration with a very good friend of mine, Shannon. Her channel is called Leaf Like on a Tree. I'm actually going to let her introduce herself so you can get to know her a little bit better.
Hey Danny Rearranged friends. We love Danny, don't we? She is amazing. And I am so glad that I get to collab with her today in our spring cleaning confessionals video series. I wanted to take a quick minute to introduce myself. I'm Shannon. My channel is Leaf Like on a Tree. I too am on a declutter journey, and in fact I'm in the middle of a Take My Home Back series where I'm tackling just small problematic spaces in my home and resetting them, and it has been a game changer. Today's video, I am overcoming that pessimistic feeling when you're cleaning. You know, when you're just picking up after everybody, it can really work your nerves. Yes, I have struggled with that. I still struggle with that. But I've also found ways to alleviate that overwhelming pessimistic feelings. You can also find room makeovers, cleaning motivation, and monthly home resets over on my channel too. So I hope when you're done watching this fantastic woman, you'll come over and check me out.
We are so excited for you to check out this series. I really hope you like it. We are going to be working on the whole house. We are going to be focusing a lot on deep cleaning. Surface level, my home doesn't look that bad. I've been on a really good routine, which I'll talk about later on in today's video, but if you dig deep, it needs a lot of work. So I will be doing some decluttering and organization in this series, but focusing really heavily on deep cleaning. We're gonna try out new cleaners, new cleaning products throughout this series. I'm also gonna talk about some of my absolute favorite, my must-have cleaning products. So there's a lot that's going to go into this series. It's going to be so much fun. And also, you may have noticed in the title or thumbnail that it says Cleaning Confessions. And that's another big surprise to this series. We are going to get into cleaning confessions in today's video as well as throughout the series. So a lot of fun stuff in this series. So please be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time we upload a new video. And again, I will have all of Shannon's information linked in the description box below. And once you're done watching today's video, please head on over to her channel. You're going to love Shannon as much as I do. So I got a bunch more to talk about, but let's get into today's video. Let's get started. Today's video, it's all about the kitchen. So this is the kitchen as of right now. I did clean the inside of the refrigerator and freezer last night. So I don't have a pantry. This acts as a pantry. I know. I have to go through and hear, throughout the voiceover in today's video, I'm going to talk about what a nightmare this kitchen has been. It's very difficult. There's goldfish in there. It's very difficult for me to organize this kitchen. It's one of the hardest. It's been the most challenging thing for me forever. I've worked on this kitchen. I can't tell you how many times. So many times I've worked on this kitchen. I've tried reorganizing it. I've decluttered it so much, which makes the organization a lot easier. Before you start to organize, you're gonna wanna declutter. But as many times as I've organized it, it's never stayed organized. So I don't know quite yet what I'm doing wrong. It could be that I still have too much stuff, and that's why it's so difficult for me to organize it. That's a very probably likely conclusion. So I don't know, but it also could be the layout of the kitchen. Oh my gosh, don't look at that. Don't look at that. You didn't see that. Oh man. Okay. Well, that's all right. So this is baked. Oh my gosh. All right. Anyway, it's every
back.
video, every area that we work on throughout the series, I'm going to create a checklist. So for example, I created a kitchen checklist that I linked in the description box below if you want to check that out. That checklist is not an everyday checklist for the kitchen. These are checklists specifically for spring deep cleaning because it's long. This is brand new. I've never used this before. It's a 10-pack Swedish oh my gosh, 10-pack Swedish dishcloths for kitchen is what it says. Green, red, yellow, blue, and orange. These are Swedish dishcloths. I've never used these before. So I'm really excited to use these. I was gonna get new microfiber cloths. I'm almost completely out of microfiber cloths because of the makeovers we've been doing. So instead of getting the microfiber cloths, I thought I would try this. So we will use that in today's video. It feels so, I don't know, fun. It feels fun. It's like a material. It's almost like rubber, but not. I don't know why I smell everything. What? Why am I so like in awe of this? So I originally went into this kitchen with a plan. I set goals, I set the bar low, I set the expectations low, and then of course I veered away from the plan, as I always do, because I suppose I like to challenge myself and make things harder for myself. I do recommend starting with a drawer, something small, work your way around the room. A lot of times when I pull everything out like this, it's way too overly stimulating visually, and then I move from one project to the next without finishing the first one. I get very scattered. Although I'm a hot mess in today's video, per usual, we always get the job done. But the goal was to start with food items, group all like items together, find permanent homes for those grouped like items, and just work with the food products first. But the problem was I found food products scattered all over the kitchen, and therefore I ripped the kitchen apart. But the first thing I want to get into is cleaning confessions. And Shannon and I wanted to incorporate cleaning confessions into the series so we could talk about, you know, the challenges we face, obstacles and hurdles that we're overcoming or have overcame. You know, no topic is off limits. It's about getting real, raw, and honest about, you know, those things. So the thing that I wanted to talk about in today's video, my cleaning confession, is comparing myself. But this comparison, this feeling of always feeling like I'm comparing myself actually started with shopping. Now, this goes way beyond shopping, but I have to give a little bit of a backstory because it started with me thinking about me window shopping online a lot, which has become quite the problem for me. Even though I've been on this decluttering journey for well over 2 years, shopping is something that I still struggle with. I still have this urge to do it. Even though I'll never go back to how it used to be, I still struggle with it. So I'm going to get more into this in just a moment. Empty. Empty. Is there any more food products anywhere? Like, I feel like probably. Oh my gosh. The seasoning. I'll just shove this here. Oh, see? Rice. What's in here? More containers. Okay, let's take that out. That's empty. I did something. I know. Work with one small area at a time. One small area at a time. Once you're done with that area, move on to the next one. Not I. No. I started going through the pantry, the food products, the lighting, and I found other food products and seasonings and oils and stuff like that, canned foods, all over. So now I have to pull everything out. What is that thing? Well, I don't even know what this is. Why do you have it? No. Oh, I found my little container. My little one. I found it. So I want to figure out a spot for the food products because I don't think they're working in here. So I think what I'm going to do is make these cabinets the pantry area because that's what we're going to do. I tell you. In the past, I've talked in great length about my struggles with shopping prior to my decluttering journey. So I'll link some playlists in the description box below that talk more about that. But since my decluttering journey, the goal has always been to be more intentional, to be intentional on the things that we keep and bring into the home, to be more minimal. Minimalism has always been the goal. Although we consider ourselves moderate minimalists, it's because we're still trying to overcome some hurdles and obstacles with minimalism. But to be intentional, I will never go back to how it used to be. My home is blissful. It's so much more calming and relaxing, and it's so much easier to manage. I will never go back to how it used to be. But shopping is something that I still struggle with. And I feel like a way to cope with that was to window shop. But the problem is window shopping it's a tease. And I caught myself doing this about a week ago, and I asked myself, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to yourself? And it's because I feel like I'm missing out on something, but even more importantly, I'm comparing myself. I'm comparing myself to other women in this niche. I'm comparing myself to other minimalists who are content creators, and I see what they have, and I see their homes, and they're gorgeous. They're beautiful. It's not about the quantity of things. I don't care about the quantity of things. I'm comparing myself on the more than anything, the aesthetic. And I sat back and I said to myself, Danielle, why do you care so much about the aesthetic? And it's because I feel like I'm not going to be interesting enough. Maybe I'm boring. Maybe I'm too weird. But then I sat back and said, but isn't that the thing that you like the most about yourself? And it is. I'm a weird, ridiculous, odd, hot mess. And I love that about me. The aesthetic is not the most important thing. It never has been to me. So why am I comparing myself so much? And this is something that's been weighing heavy on me for a while. This one there or this one? Which one do we use the most? Probably this one. So you can put that one here. Cool, right? Sure. Yeah, that's good. And it looks pretty. Push that in. Okay, okay, just stop. Okay, so the goal is to keep all of the food products to this side. And I have everything grouped together. So I'm gonna go through that in just a second. I've been trying to consolidate like my noodles, my rice, cereal. I'm trying to consolidate all of that into containers like this. So I can get them out of like these containers. So I love these bamboo containers, but I think these need to be used for, like this is yeast, stuff like that, or even seasoning, baking soda, baking powder, stuff like that, I'll keep in these. But I don't want noodles, rice, stuff like that in these little ones. So that's kind of what I've been trying to do. Just wanted to show you above the fridge. Now that my parents took the Instapot, look how nice this is. This side, completely empty. This side, all seasonal dishware. So that's all that's up there. I like it. I like it. This used to be the pantry. So this is what it looks like now. I have canned foods down there, extra sauces, oils, the stuff for the ices. I put the icy cups right there. This is baking good stuff like muffins, cupcakes. I have Jell-O there. And this is where sugar, brown sugar, flour, stuff like that will go. Powdered sugar, things like that. That's where that will go. Because this is such a pain to get into this cabinet because of where the refrigerator is, that I think things that were using but not using maybe on a daily basis can go in here. So even like an overflow area. I have miscellaneous box foods. I have some of the, you know, chips, snacks up there. Some more box food. I have snacks. I have granola bars right there. More snacks. Those are granola balls. And then I have like, you know, goldfishies, some tortilla chips. I have those Harvest Snaps back there. So that's what this area looks like. And that's kind of how I want to keep this. So this acts as a pantry. And then this is going to act as a pantry as well because these are the two widest, biggest cabinets. So I think it's going to be easier because these are items that we're using every day, if not almost every day. These are items that need to be easily accessible. Because these are wider, bigger cabinets, I think that's going to work better than that small, narrow cabinet. So I put all of the noodles here, all of the noodles, even like, you know, I have some mac and cheese cups here, but I also, oh gosh, but I also have more, you know, mac and cheese there, and then some back there. So I wanted to keep, it was really important for me to group like items together and keep those items together throughout the kitchen. So I have pasta, noodles, macaroni and cheese right here, and then I have rice products over here, and then cereal products right here. So that's kind of how this area is functioning. So hopefully this and this works better than over here. What I had in here was too heavy for this Lazy Susan. So what I would like to do is put drinks either in here if there's room, or beverages can just go right here. So that's kind of what my thought process was. And then what we can do here is put pans and stuff like that. So so hopefully that works. I have no idea what this is. It is a mystery appliance. My mom gave it to me. She knows what it is. I thought it was like a pan, and I don't know exactly what it is, but I've kept it. I've held on to this thinking, you know, it looks cool. I'm gonna be honest, like it looks really cool, and it looks like it can do something really fancy. So I kept it because I thought, well, what if one day I make this mystery meal from this mystery appliance, and I actually do decide to use it one day, and then if I don't have it, well, then I'll be sad that I let it go or mad. Same goes for oh good gracious, this mini cake pop maker. We got rid of because this was a gift to my son. My mom got my son this little mini cake pop maker, as well as it was like a single stick waffle maker. Well, the waffle one we never used because we already have a waffle maker, so we did end up letting that go. But the cake pop maker he wanted to keep, and he's been wanting to keep, and now he's saying no, you might as well let it go because we don't use it. So, but we've kept these things thinking, what if we make a cake pop sometime in the future and we don't have the cake pop maker? These things are not like seasonal dishware. Man, that's above the refrigerator. I know that I'm not going to use it every day or every week or even every month, but I know that when the holiday season rolls around, I'm going to be using those items. Because these are two things that I don't foresee using. I don't even have a plan for it. I don't have a season for it. I don't have an occasion for it. I have nothing for that. So is it worth keeping those things and taking up valuable real estate? Because I can't put my Ninja pan in any of my cabinets because I have things like the mystery pan and the cake pop maker in the way. So this has been sitting on top of the stove. Of course, there's going to be things in the kitchen that you're not going to use all of the time, but you know that maybe there's that one appliance that you do use, or there's that set of dishes that you do use on birthdays or anniversaries or the holidays, you know what I mean? And those things, yeah, you want to keep. You don't want to get rid of things that you actually need or use, but to really evaluate the things that you just don't have a plan for and you haven't used. So, you know, you got to weigh the pros and cons. Is it worth keeping those things and taking up valuable real estate? Or is it best to let it go so you can make space for the things that you're actually using? You know, it's weighing out those pros and cons, but also not getting stuck in the purging process either. I'm at a point in my decluttering journey where I can kind of sit and debate these things as I'm decluttering because I'm not doing the heavy decluttering anymore. But if you're at the beginning of your decluttering journey where you're still doing the heavy decluttering, don't get hung up on these things. Don't stop the purging process. Just put that stuff to the side. But I am at a point in my decluttering journey where I can't make any more maybe bins or boxes. I got to make a full video just for the maybe bins and boxes that I've made. Apologies. It took me a while to get back to talking about comparing myself. I talk a lot in general. I even write a lot. I can't shut up. But anyway, going back to what I was saying in regards to comparing myself, I started to really even dig deeper, that I realized that it wasn't even that I was comparing myself, you know, with other women in this niche or even other minimalists on social media, but also in every aspect of my life, comparing myself as a mom, a wife, a friend, a YouTuber, everything. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that, you know, we're wearing a lot of different hats and I'm trying to spread myself really thin. And I feel like there's just time management is something that's really difficult for me and something I want to talk about in the next video. But, you know, I feel like I never have enough time in the day to do all the things that I want to do. And with social media, seeing, you know, and a lot of it's fake, a lot of it's not real. But I still see it and I still compare myself, and I see all these women doing all of the things. They're like the rock star amazing moms doing all the things. And it's like, oh man, well, I'm not doing that. So I must be really failing, you know, and we're not at all. I'm going to come back to this. If you've been with me for a while, you know that I have a jar collecting problem. It is a problem. Yup. So, we have some coffee cups, and then we have mugs. I used to have a mug problem. Like I have this one, my You Betcha mug. Got a couple of other mugs. I think a lot of them are dirty. A lot of them are in Ian's car. Yeah. He's got, mugs, water bottles, all sorts of stuff in his car. We should probably do a deep clean on the vehicles as well. So I never really know how much I have. I don't know what to do about that either, like how to get him out of that, because he travels a lot and he drives a lot. So these things just kind of, I don't know. I don't know. I go through them. Like these ones, forget about it. I stopped buying them because he would leave them in the car all the time because they're from Dollar Tree. You get 2 for $1. So it's like, this is the only one that I have. And it's beat up. I might as well just let this go. Where are all my water bottles? I had like 10 water bottles and now there's not even one in here. What is up with water bottles and coffee cups and coffee mugs? Anyway, 2. iPhone 2. We have like 10. I don't know where the other ones went to. I have no idea. They got to be in Ian's car. We're going to get rid of these. Okay, so I've decided. We're going to get rid of these plastic ones because don't need them. And I'm getting rid of all of the ranch jars that I collected. A lot of times I have to reel it in. I got to ground myself and remind myself that a lot of what we're seeing on social media isn't 100% real. That's an understatement. Unfortunately, there's a lot of fakeness on social media. And when I remind myself of that, I also remind myself that I'm not failing at all, not even a little bit. When I'm comparing myself, I'm comparing myself to not only a life that's not my own. We all have our own journeys that are different and unique, and that's wonderful. That's amazing. I also remind myself that what I'm seeing on social media is unrealistic expectations. These aren't real expectations. And that helps me to remind myself that I'm not failing. It started with me thinking of why I'm window shopping, and then I realized it was the aesthetic. And then I started to spiral and think of, myself as a mom and a YouTuber and a wife and a friend. And I really had to reel it in and stop that. And it's hard for me not to compare myself because I'm on social media. I'm not very good at it, but I'm on social media a lot. So it's hard not to compare myself. And I also recognize that, like earlier today when I was going through that one cabinet and I said something to the effect of, oh, it looks pretty. I'm still subconsciously thinking about the aesthetic. And it's simply because, of what I'm seeing on social media. So, the shopping part for me, it's definitely not the quantity. It was more than anything, I think, the aesthetic. And because I'm going to be honest with you, I could give a crap less about items or objects, and the aesthetic is not the most important thing to me, and I know that. Don't get me wrong, I love makeovers. I just made over my bathroom. I love decorating and decor and DIYs. It brings me so much joy. But the aesthetic is not the most important thing. Having a home that is easy to manage, it's functional, it's peaceful, it's more minimal, that means so much to me. It's so important to me. You know, and also, I need to just embrace my weirdness. I'm a weird, ridiculous hot mess, and I like that about me. I'm never going to change that about me. So I just need to embrace that and yeah, I really got to work on not comparing myself. Most important is me being my most genuine, authentic self, being honest, and most importantly, being a good person. That's the most important thing to me. And progressing and moving forward and being a better version of myself today than I was yesterday. So that's what I wanted to say. There was more I wanted to say, but I'm running out of time. But that was my cleaning confessions. Hey, I've been looking for this. Oh. Yeah. See, this is why we deep clean every 5-6 months. Oh, yes, I remember these. I cannot tell you how many reusable Ziploc bags I have tried using in the past. I still am trying to find a Ziploc bag, reusable Ziploc bags that I absolutely love. Have not found one. If you know of one, please let me know. This does not zip. They don't zip. Like they don't seal. Like, oh, that's going. We're gonna start moving a little faster. I wanted to jam pack as much as I could into today's video. I wanted to show you, a little bit of everything that was done to the kitchen. Some things I did have to do off camera, I'll talk about later on in today's video. But I'm going to start talking about my thoughts on some of the new cleaning products that we used in today's video. There were, I believe, 3, and I'll review all of them. But one in particular, the Swedish dishcloths, I Googled some things, and I want to show you that in just a moment, some of the things I Googled. Okay, so I'm going to use the Pink Stuff Miracle Multi-Purpose Cleaner. Yeah, it doesn't, it kind of smells good. It doesn't smell bad. It smells good. How long do Swedish dishcloths last?
4 to 6 months. According to Mind Your Bees reps, Swedish sponge cloths last 4 to 6 months with average wear and tear, but these cloths can be used for up to a year. One sponge cloth can replace 17 rolls of paper towels, which can be a huge saving over time.
What? What? What kind of madness are you? You are like some kind of special towel. That's as long as my microfiber cloths last. I change my microfiber cloths out every 4 to 6 months, usually like 5-6 months. But these, really? Wow. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't know. I'm gonna come back to the Swedish dishcloths in just a little bit. There's a couple of other things I wanted to add in regards to that. And I want to give my final thoughts on the Swedish dishcloths and the Pink Stuff multi-purpose cleaner. So I'm going to get into that in just a little bit. But I did want to show you the refrigerator and freezer. I actually did film that. I just didn't have enough time to put that into today's video. But I did want to show you that I cleaned the inside and outside of it. So it looks great. Do you like that I put the spinach right by the ice cream? Oh, I also put my beverages in the freezer to get them cold right away. All right, I'm going to go soak this. Actually, is it that bad? Because a lot of times I put these in the tub to soak, but I don't think those are that bad. So this is why we need to clean the stove much more frequently. You say this every time you clean the oven. Every time you say the same thing. I can't remember where I found this hack. I found it a long time ago where you take tinfoil to clean the oven. I use dish soap, Dawn dish soap, and tinfoil. Works great. Oh, I don't like it. Ugh. I don't like it. Ugh. Okie dokie. I'm done. You may be thinking, but Danielle, it doesn't look clean. Well, you, my friend, are correct. Oh, it's not that clean. It's just not. I hate cleaning this oven. Okay, so here's the deal. In a future video, I'll do it. I'll do it. In a future video, we'll come back to the oven. Oh man. And we'll do a better job. But it is wiped down. It's just every time I wipe, more crap gets picked up. Why does that rack look funny? Come on. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Oh, that's bad. See, I cleaned. You can see by the floor. It's a good thing I moved that drawer. Okie dokie, friends. We are at the end of today's video. The rest of the video is going to be a voiceover, which is good news for me because I won't be interrupting my own self anymore. That didn't make sense. Oh, weird. I know that I am. Really quickly, I wanted to mention the oven. I believe the last time I cleaned the oven, I said I was going to get oven liners. I received a lot of comments stating to get oven liners, and I completely forgot. I forget everything. I have the worst memory. I have to write everything down, but I did put that in my Amazon cart. Probably not a good idea for me to be on Amazon, especially after what I just stated earlier, but this is something I may absolutely need. So I do want to try out oven liners. So I also wanted to quickly talk about the new cleaning products that we use in today's video. Again, throughout the series, I'll be trying different new cleaners, cleaning tools, stuff like that. I do really like the Scrub Buddies scrubber, all-purpose scrubber for $1.25. I think it's great. I think it does a really good job. The Pink Stuff multi-surface cleaner. I do like it. I think it cuts through grease. I think it does a good job cleaning. I think it smells decent. I actually like the smell of it. I love the Pink Stuff. You're going to see me use the glass cleaner in just a little bit. I use the glass cleaner to clean all of the windows in the kitchen. I use it all over my home. The only thing I wasn't sure about, and it could have been just my bottle, is the nozzle on my bottle. It could have just been mine though. It was a little tricky. Not tricky. It just, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I really don't have any complaints on it. Is it going to be my go-to? Probably not, because I have two other go-to multi-surface cleaners that I absolutely love. That's Caldrea, specifically the Juniper Laurel Mint, although I only get it rarely. I only really use it for special occasions. However, I've been using it a lot more lately because I love it so much, because it's a little more spendy. And the Mrs. Meyer's Iowa Pine. Those two are a must-have for me. But I do like it. The Swedish, I want to say Swedish death cleaning. The Swedish dishcloths, absolutely love them. I was a little unsure of them at first because it's new. I was, however, sure about how fun they were. They're so fun. But I love them. I think they do a great job. I really, really love them. And these are something that I think I'm always going to have on hand, because I think it's going to replace paper towels for me altogether. I 99% of the time only use microfiber cloths. However, I do keep paper towels on hand to clean really gross stuff, like the toilet, for example. I think these dishcloths are going to replace that. What I love the most about them is that when I use microfiber cloths, I'm always rinsing them out. I don't use them dry. So when I was rinsing out these dishcloths, what was awesome about them is that they picked up everything, and then once you rinsed it, everything just fell off. There is some more information that I'm going to link in the description box below about these cloths. I did find out that you can't put the Swedish dishcloths in the dryer. I did wash them in the washer, and it seemed to be fine. They seem to be fine. So anyway, that is it on that. There's going to be a bunch of stuff that I'm forgetting to talk about in today's video. I know it. I do want to, before I forget, in the next video, we're going to talk about decluttering struggles. There was a poll that I posted, a community post that I posted, that I'm going to talk about in the next video. It's going to be a part of the cleaning confessions series, and I'm really excited to dive into that. So be sure to stick around for the next video, because we're really going to get into that. So I wanted to mention that there were some things that I had to do off camera, cleaning the garbage bin, cleaning the door, disinfecting the light switches. I kind of wiped down the walls a little bit, but I forgot to get the ceiling. I forgot to get the decor. I did the light fixtures above the sink. I need to replace the bulb in the middle light fixture above the sink. I cleaned the bay window off camera. I did forget to do the baseboards. So there were a couple of things I forgot. And there were some areas that I didn't get to, like above the microwave, and there's a cabinet right when you walk into the kitchen, below under the sink, or under the counter, that I didn't get to. But we'll get to that in a future video. Usually when I do videos like this, I'll show the before and afters at the end of the video. But in today's video, I showed the kitchen prior to us working on it at the beginning of today's video. So the before was at the beginning. But one area that I wanted to show a before and after of was under the kitchen sink, where the cleaning products were. That was an area that I didn't show at all in today's video, but an area that I deep cleaned, decluttered, and organized. Pretty much the entire kitchen, most of the whole kitchen was deep cleaned, decluttered, and organized. And it gets easier and easier every time I declutter and organize in the kitchen, even though this kitchen is my nightmare. However, there is one area that I'm not super thrilled with, and that's where the dishes are. It's too congested. I got to figure something else out. Routine, my daily to-do stuff, my daily routine. That's what I forgot to mention in today's video. I knew I was forgetting something. So I don't have enough time to get into that in today's video, but in the next video, I will make sure to make a note of it to talk about routine. So I will get into that in the next video, but I am out of time. That is it for today's video, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed it. I really hope that you enjoyed this series. Please be sure to head over to Shannon's channel, Leaf Like on a Tree. Let her know that I sent you. Huge thank you to Shannon for doing this series with me. And I love and appreciate you all so much. Thank you again for being here with me, and we will talk to you on the next one. Bye, everyone.